Christmas is everywhere. Trees, lights, movies, and memories. But how it landed on December 25th is a story most people have never heard. Hi, I'm Papa G, unwrapping the history behind the holiday that billions of us celebrate each year. Here's something most people don't realize. The earliest Christians didn't celebrate Jesus' birth. Not because they didn't treasure the incarnation, they absolutely did, but because birthdays carried a very different meaning in the ancient world. In Rome, birthdays were usually for gods, emperors, and powerful people showing off. They were public political events meant to announce someone's status. So early Christians avoided them. They didn't want Jesus mistaken for just another figure in a crowded pantheon. One early Christian writer, Origen, put it bluntly: none of the saints celebrated birthdays. Only sinners like Pharaoh and Herod rejoiced on the day of their birth. That's how foreign birthday celebrations felt to the early church. And here's the irony. Today, most of us celebrate our own birthdays with more enthusiasm than any ancient Christian ever would. While Christmas, the holiday they didn't celebrate at first, eventually became one of the central Christian traditions in history. But even without birthday celebrations, the question eventually came up: should the church set aside a day to honor Christ's birth? So fast forward a few centuries. By the 300s, the church wanted to honor Jesus' birth, to affirm that God stepped into the world in human flesh, but they didn't know the exact date, so they chose a meaningful date. Late December was already packed with celebrations of light in the darkness. Saturnalia ran December 17th through 23rd, with feasting, gift-giving, greenery, and carnival-level chaos. Right after came Sol Invictus on December 25th. The Feast of the Unconquered Sun, celebrating the sun's return after the solstice. Christians weren't copying pagan beliefs. They were reframing a cultural moment everyone already understood. They were essentially saying, if we're celebrating the return of light, let's talk about the light of the world. And by choosing December 25th, they anchored Jesus' birth to a message already in the air: hope in the darkest time of the year. Eventually, Christmas took root. Slowly at first, unevenly at times, and spread across a growing Christian world. And as we'll see in part 2, the story gets a whole lot stranger before it becomes the holiday we recognize today. We'll see the Puritans banning Christmas, Dickens resurrecting Christmas, and Santa getting a makeover.